So our memory text for today is found in Genesis 1, verse 29 and 30. And God said, "Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for food." So today I'm going to talk about cayenne pepper. So what is cayenne pepper? So here we have cayenne pepper. I will give you a little demonstration a little later. Okay, so it is a remarkable herb. It comes from the capsicum family, and cayenne pepper helps prevent at least, guess how many? 10 to 15 disorders, including heart attacks, strokes, and even certain kinds of cancer. And let me relate an incident to you. One lady visited a health lifestyle center, and she just collapsed. And when they went to investigate, they found her pulse was extremely weak. She hardly had a pulse. And she was pale, and she was going in and out of consciousness. And so when she had come around, they gave her a quarter teaspoon of cayenne pepper and some water to drink. Guess what? In 2 minutes, she had a strong pulse. What was prevented?
Heart attack.
A heart attack. That's the power of cayenne pepper, right? So we want to use cayenne pepper, right? Do you think it's a good herb to use?
Yummy.
Yes. So studies also shows it helps with cancer, as the capsicum in the cayenne pepper can selectively target tumor cells and inhibit the growth of many kinds of cancer. And cayenne pepper is a natural blood thinner. Now you get blood thinners that doctors give, such as warfarin or aspirin. And warfarin actually weakens the muscles of the heart. It's a blood thinner, but it weakens the muscles of the heart, and eventually people who are on warfarin for so long eventually die of heart problems because it weakens the muscles of the heart. And whereas cayenne pepper, no side effects. It's a blood thinner, and guess what? God is so amazing. It's a blood thinner, and at the same time, it's a coagulant. So when you cut yourself, you can pour cayenne pepper on that cut. It doesn't matter how deep it is. You just keep pouring it. Guess what? That blood will stop. I work all the time in the kitchen, and there were many times I cut myself. I just pour the cayenne pepper, and the blood, it stops. So I'm a testament to it.
Pain stops too.
Excuse me?
The pain stops.
That's right. And red pepper, Korean red pepper, also does the same thing of the coagulant, stops the bleeding. However, do not ingest the red pepper. It's very harmful for your stomach. It causes ulcers, it causes stomach cancer. It's an irritant to the stomach, the lining of the stomach. But cayenne pepper, no, it will sting here, but not here. So try it, it really, really does work. So, how much should you use when you start taking cayenne pepper? A quarter teaspoon in a cup of water, and you just throw it down. It's not good, but it's good for our health. So we take it every day. My husband and I, we take a detox drink. We take the cayenne pepper, we take the ginger powder, turmeric powder, cinnamon powder, olive oil. It's a liver detox, and it is a kidney detox. So we are detoxing our livers and kidneys, and we are keeping the flow of blood going with the cayenne pepper. So you can start off. Studies also shows that aspirin causes bleeding in the stomach. So that's another blood thinner that doctors says we should use, but what does it do? It causes bleeding ulcers in our stomach. So that's the side effect. I told you what the side effect of warfarin is, and the side effect of aspirin, it causes bleeding ulcers. But cayenne pepper does nothing, just heals, and without any side effects. Okay, so what are the nutritional properties of cayenne pepper? It's high in the vitamins such as vitamin A, B6, E, and C. It contains potassium, manganese, and flavonoids. And the capsicum is the active compound responsible for its heat, providing various health benefits. I use cayenne pepper in my food to give it a little kick, because it's a little spicy, but it's a healthy kick. Instead of using pepper, red pepper, which is an irritant to the stomach, I use cayenne pepper because it's medicinal. So I use that. My husband likes a little bit of a sting in his curry or other kinds of food. You can put it in a tomato-based food. It's delicious. It's really good, right? So you can use that in your food as well. And of course, it also speeds up your metabolism. It's a pain reliever. I make a muscle rub, and I put cayenne pepper in the muscle rub with the castor oil, and I give it away as gifts, and people have found it so good. So I put turmeric, I put cayenne pepper, I put castor oil, and of course I make it into a rub, an ointment. So I put beeswax in it, and a lot of other good spices, and it works like a charm. Really, really it does. And it's also a preservative because of its antimicrobial properties. It preserves food. And it's also anti-inflammatory, so you can even put it on with castor oil mixed with cayenne pepper, and you can put it on any pain you have. Just those two. It's so effective. You can add turmeric because turmeric is also an antibiotic, a natural antibiotic. So when we have pain, we want to relieve the pain with an antibiotic, which is natural, which is turmeric. It will just discolor your skin, but that's okay because the healing properties are so good. So you wouldn't mind about the discoloration, right? And of course, cayenne pepper is good for your low hydrochloric acid. So why do we have low hydrochloric acid? We have low hydrochloric acid because as we get older, our hydrochloric acid lessens. And of course, our body is too acidic, so our hydrochloric too alkaline, so our hydrochloric acid is lessened. And so what do? And then it causes GERD, it causes heartburn, and doctors gives you blockers for that. It's not. We don't have too much acid. That's not true. It's because we have too little acid, and so our stomachs cannot digest the food. So what happens, it pushes up through the cardiac sphincter, and the food comes up into the esophagus, into our throat, and we say, that's heartburn, too much acid. It's too little acid. That's the problem. And so we need more acid. So we can also take apple cider vinegar, which will help with this problem. And of course, cayenne pepper helps someone who is bloating, and it wakes up everything in your body. Believe me, it just wakes up everything. And it's also a blood thinner, as I mentioned. And how much should we use? 1/4 teaspoon in water 3 times a day. Don't sip it. It's not good. You won't finish it. Just gulp it down. 1 shot. And you're good to go. It might burn a little bit, but quickly that burn will go away. So what else is cayenne pepper good for? It can also be used to bring blood to an area. So if we have our blood, our blood is very, we don't have a good blood circulation, then we can use cayenne pepper. So cayenne pepper, when a person had chemotherapy, they often suffer from peripheral neuropathy, meaning they lose feeling in their feet. And many times people with diabetes suffer from neuropathy, peripheral neuropathy. They cannot feel, they have no feeling in their feet. And so it's an incredibly uncomfortable experience, as I've heard from others who suffer from it. Why? They cannot feel. Their feet are like rocks. They feel nothing. It's a terrible thing. But cayenne pepper can waken up that. So if you have a problem with bad blood circulation, you just drink some cayenne pepper. If you have cold feet, then this is what you do. This is a panty liner. Sorry, it works. Okay, so this is the panty liner. So you put some castor oil. This is the roll-on one. This works very well. You can take it everywhere you go, right? So you just put some castor oil on here. Why? Because castor oil is healing and it will be absorbed into the bloodstream. And then, of course, you will then add some cayenne pepper. So you put some cayenne pepper. So the cayenne pepper will stick because of the castor oil, right? So it will stick. And then you can place it under your feet. You can place it under your feet and put on socks. And it will wake up your blood. It will make that blood move. So do not use it at night because it will stimulate your blood. You won't sleep. So during the day you can do it, walk with it, put the socks on and walk with it. And in no time you'll feel, oh, the blood has moved. Your feet are no longer cold. Why? Because the blood has circulated right throughout the body. So then the same thing you can use if you have a thyroid problem or you have cancer of the thyroid. You just rub your throat over here with a lot of cayenne pepper. Put this on it across your throat and then cover it with your wrap. And then it will be in here and here, and you can walk around with it the whole day. And the cayenne pepper and the castor oil will be absorbed into your bloodstream and do its healing and have the healing powers of these amazing herbs that God has given us. So there you go. As simple and as easy and peasy as that. And it has no side effects. So before you go to the doctor, you be your own doctor. You say, God, I'm going to try your natural remedies first. And then with your power and the power of the natural remedies, I want you to heal me. And then I'm telling you, my husband, myself, our daughter, we are testaments. We don't go to the doctor for nothing. You know, I saw a student on Thursday, and she had a cold, and she was coughing. And I said, come, let me give you something. And I gave her pure vitamin C powder, which is ascorbic acid, and I gave her turmeric, and I gave her the drink, our magic drink, turmeric, ginger, ginger, lemon. I gave her everything. When she left, she said, "Oh, Professor, I feel so much better." And guess what? I put some castor oil on her sinuses here, and I said, "Put some in your nose." And she couldn't believe that she felt so much better. She said, "I've been taking medication for 3 days, and I haven't felt better. But just in this short time, with these natural remedies," she said, "I am bought with natural remedies." So God gives us opportunities to share these natural remedies. More importantly, we need to use it so that we are testaments, and then we can speak with conviction. We can share because it's worked for us. There's nothing better than sharing something that works for you. You can speak powerfully and with conviction. I see Sister Cindy smiling. She has a story to tell about natural remedies. Then, cayenne pepper also is good for topical ointment. As I told you, I make my own ointment and rub it on, and it works. And you can apply it to sore muscles or arthritic joints. It reduces the inflammation in your body wherever you have it. It's also good for colds and flu, as I told you with my student. You can add the cayenne pepper to hot water and inhale the steam to clear the nasal passages. I told her to go do that at home, and she told me it works. It works. And then she said, I don't have taste and I don't have smell. And then I said, you are zinc deficient. So I gave her some zinc, and then she told me the next day, I can smell, I can taste. I said, you need to take 100 milligrams. The normal dosage is 50 milligrams, but because she had no taste, no smell, she took 100, and the next day, voila, her taste and smell was back. So you can mix cayenne pepper, lemon juice, and honey in warm water to soothe a sore throat and to alleviate the congestion in your nose. You can also drink it as a tea, and it helps to stimulate digestion. So if you have digestive problems, you can drink it before you eat, and it will help with your digestion. And it helps with preventing blood clots, which will prevent heart attacks and strokes. And as I mentioned about the thyroid and the blood circulation, and don't put it on at night because you won't be able to sleep. And then the daily supplement, it helps to promote heart health and reduce bad cholesterol. As I said, we take it every day, so you won't have bad cholesterol. We are testaments to it. No bad cholesterol, no high cholesterol, nothing like that. And yes, so, and with castor oil, even more potent. The two powerful herbs together, you are good to go. And if you may have a skin sensitivity, so test a small area before applying areas to check for irritation, if you're going to put it on any parts of your body. And stomach sensitivity, it starts with small doses to ensure it does not cause gastrointestinal discomfort. Because if you're not used to taking it, it may burn a little, but it's not a bad burn. It will just burn for a little bit, and then it will go away. So take small doses and then increase the dosage according to the sensitivity of your stomach. And do not use if you are on blood thinning medication. And I told you the two most common blood thinning medication is warfarin and aspirin. So if you are on warfarin or aspirin, do not take cayenne pepper. Why? You will bleed to death, too much. So you either have to be on one or the other. You cannot be on both. Okay, so what more are we asking for? God has given it all to us. As the Bible verse said, He gave every herb bearing seed for our health. Health is wealth. What more do we need? Everything we need for our health is in the kitchen. Do we not believe that these natural remedies that God has given us works? As I said, first try it. Before we go to the doctor, let Dr. Jesus guide us, and we will find with His healing power, and the power of the natural remedies, that we will be healed without side effects. As I said, Jesus is coming, is very near. The end time message is the health message. If we do not know it, how can we preach it? So we have to try it and see how effective it is, because the God of the natural remedies has the power, including the power of the natural remedies. So brothers and sisters, I appeal to you. We won't be here long. We are leaving Korea for good. Please, I would like you to be healthy and ready for Jesus' soon coming. And we cannot if we are not putting into practice. Our test is now. Every day God is testing us. Who do we put our faith in? I'm not disputing doctors. However, Dr. Jesus is the best doctor. He is the most powerful healer, and He's given us the medication, natural remedies to overcome any sickness that we have. The best is with our children, and they see what it does for them, and they experience, and then they carry on, and we will have healthy, happy children. So may God bless us. Let's pray. Dear Father, thank you so much once again